Emma and Lana Sky are trying to prove Lana's innocence, and we're screwing about and doing things probably a lawyer would would probably scream at us for. And I mean, like, scream, what are you doing? I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dirt killings. Seems like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Yeah, I wonder why, Phoenix. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, he was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. No, of course you didn't. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. And then suddenly this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I could still see it now. Permanent picture? I don't remember the moment when Dark stopped Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? In red text? The prosecutor's office wanted the guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true, even though you may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did. Especially not to Emma. After forging evidence to get an innocent man, like, guilty? Nah, I'm pretty sure you would feel shitty after a while. Assuming you have a heart in the first place. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma. You've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. It's understandable. Middle schoolers don't know how to draw, or draw all that well, so no one can blame you. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way Lana would never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. There's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that puzzles me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor. Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning, you mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview, and then fled to my sister's office. But why did he run all the way to your sister's office? Because the detective offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was chief prosecutor, no? No, silly, didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. So Lana used to be a detective. Yeah, no shit. Better have another talk with her. So now that means we go to detention center. Lana. Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Emma told me about you. About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details? Especially about that unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today. Not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it wasn't really fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is at 5:15 there was no other murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana, what the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. Or ever. Yeah, that's right, we've only known her for like 2 days, right? Whoa, what was that skip in audio? Weird. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then. He was still working the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to his resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Two years ago, I was in second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I share the same office and the same investigations. We even had the same office. Interesting. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That's when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So we waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, and then fled the room. From there he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her, after all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident? That's right. Quite a coincidence, huh? Well, I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to the extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case might not be over just yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office. Site of the final SL9 murder. So we go here, right? I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same, though. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right, we can come back here later. Howdy, Bambino. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Yes, Sarah. I don't think that's a real phrase. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambino? Should know my luck really had to run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, can't go to the evidence room today, partner. But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? 5 prospectors head west. If there ever was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Don't care. Someone was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, a murder weapon. A murder weapon? You mean the switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match of the wound the victim sustained. What's that mean? It means there's a good chance the knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. The scars of the SL9 incident left behind. I got the looks, but he got the brains. That's... I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the King of Prosecutors? Knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall really must have been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, wasn't it the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. Couldn't believe 2 years gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence, the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in the investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and second command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard that duo. That case was the biggest step in both their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah. Damon Gant and the new chief of police arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone knew her, said so. Chief prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Not a secret. It all started 2 years ago. She did it. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It's certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. Someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I wouldn't even be a patrolman after today. Whoa, okay. Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. So what, is he like gonna flee the country now? Like, is dude just gonna go ahead and skip town? No one's here today. Not even Miss Star. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. Gotta find all the answers by tomorrow. Well, let's start examining what the fuck is going on. A door, this must mean something. Yeah, for some reason she thinks he's deaf, like as a joke. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee? Took a real beating in court today. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. I guess we'll just have to come back later. So then where the fuck do we go? Oh, we come back here? This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean everybody's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. The chief prosecutor is saying what she did and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth. Not to mention our statement to the media and the trial tomorrow, or whatever the fuck. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, we like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Yeah, but we can't go in there. Well, fuck it. Where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. It's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. What? Okay, show off. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. I thought I was a genius until they tried to teach me notes. I could never remember where C was. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full, too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? Two years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? It's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh yeah, that's right. We never see an actual picture of him until now. We just have a vague description. We took it together to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. quite seem to put my finger on it though. I can. Anyway, I like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long been since over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Looks like we aren't welcome. Seems like case isn't over with yet after all. What do you mean? Chief can't deny the request to search the crime scene, right? That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's gotta be a way we could get inside the chief's office. Dynamite. We'll just blast the door open. A measly little fucking, like, master lock isn't gonna get in my way. No, back in elementary school, we won awards for all kinds of things. Speech contests, essays, playing the flute, golf tournaments. Doesn't sound exactly like typical elementary school stuff. But he always hated receiving awards. He'd make some smart remark like, I know the path I've walked, no one else needs to tell me. That's how he's always been. Kinda gets under your skin, doesn't it? A little bit. I think, yeah, that's right. We're supposed to talk to Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe. Are you supposed to be in a meeting? Just taking a breather. My feet ache. From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. That's fucked up. They've demoted his ass to intern for now. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle's between you two in court. So that sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Okay. Gumshoe, no need for to be that dramatic. They don't want to kill him. But they are extremely pissed. I will concede that point. But why would Idris be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. The honest guy is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as prosecutors kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this, Are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies. Hey, Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Scoffer let you get some time. A treat. Yes, sir. Gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay? Yes, sir. Seems like you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Really? He seems fine to me. Actually, I took a look at the fire earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Doc left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean Final Flash? His Big Bang? Hello? When he killed Prosecutor Marsha, who was trying to protect some girl. Me. It seems Detective Gumption never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left behind the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. Flip through the pages here. Had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written here. It's all written in here somewhere. It's somewhere in there. Yeah, you'll find your answer in there. His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Joe Doc was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just a run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car, and then he got a taste for blood, and he just couldn't fucking stop. There was no way back for him after that. It was all downhill. He was a sick puppy. With his car? So it was an accident? An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. An animal? What? Video game, that's not fair. I wanted to read all of that. He basically he murdered a guy, or no, he accidentally hit somebody, killed them, and then he went after the first witness, killed them, killed a second witness, went after a third, and then some jogger. So the accident, first, second, third. And then the runner, like 5 people, right? A jogger came upon the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. There's gotta be a way I can like look at the text history, right? Because that's not cool. I wanted to read all of that. Oh no, 6 because of Mr. Marshall over here. So yeah, he accidentally hit somebody. And then he went on to just fucking end 4 more people and then 1 more after being arrested. Or no, after he turned himself in, and then he just kept going. That's insane. That man is sick. Seems like he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. What? So he turned himself in. Yeah, but in the middle of his question, he fled and murdered his final victim, Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Doc was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that the last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. Alright, show him the broken ass knife, right? About this. Hey, is that? It has a tag attached to it, labeled SL9 incident, right? I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were talking about. What are you doing with that? Shit. Well, the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it. Now I remember what the incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. I couldn't read it. I'm sorry, I skipped it. Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. Okay, we show him again? See what he says? Oh, ever since the case was closed, it was locked away in a locker. Okay, that's what he says. Alright, it wasn't all that different. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, he had his fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see that it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Punctured heart and lung. Oh god. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? Why? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The Chief's old though and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh, sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Fuck. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe was our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something you could show him that would make him change his mind. A weapon. There's something I don't get about this picture. I want to know where the other piece of this jar is from, or is. About that jar, I think I've seen it somewhere before. Somewhere. Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Chief Kent? Why can't have I seen that before? Show him a picture? I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. To think people are accusing him of injustice. I for one ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. Alana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dart guilty. So did she do it? was Lana a serial killer? A serial killer? What the fuck? That's not my mouse. Whoops. No, this is not where I want to go. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is! It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live for the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's all what it breaks down to, and nothing I can do erases that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. Fair? The fact remains so that no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth. I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. Too late to change prosecutors. Bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. Seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. Well, we'll show them the picture in a little bit. Chad, did you know that your average voice actor has to drink like 8 gallons of water a day? Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out in the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning and drove over to the police department. Finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in that case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to. That's right. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Or Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he was King of Prosecutors, when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes. The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding is a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind this design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Really? This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. Wait, no. Okay, hang on. Just hang. Oh, please. I know it's just a video game. All right. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written in 2 characters. The first means halberd, the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake? Very well. Okay. Okay, I'm 100% sure this is just, like, made up for the game. It has to be. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard the tale, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of both these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So the chipped knife and the chipped shield and broken knife. I was gonna say chipped Chipped knife and broken shield, which is almost the same thing. Anyway. Oh, I see. So the chip shield and broken knife symbolize. Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow! Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why are you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the war demolished. So now do we... Okay, whoa. What's going on in the parking lot? Would either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef? Miss Star. I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kinda like the first person who's... Yeah, okay. Still, I never thought you'd end up, you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day of the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. Are you forgetting something? You know that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with the knife? No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Star's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back 2 years ago. Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. You trailed him for half a year. Oh, pleasure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by the legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, all while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. Ah, got something in my eye. Damn it. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties, without even so much as even an explanation. Then Lana's got transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used? Damon Gann and Lana Skye. Gann led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gann's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in all the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. Yep, I take it she's talking about forged evidence again. Back then everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes. Myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked, and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall? When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gann's powerful influence. Chief? That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. Prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? Hang on. But how can he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude that there must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank God. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, Ricky. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Basically, she just told us, go out there, King, and cook. So now what, are we gonna get a guy fired? Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? And if I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Alright, we threatened the blue badger. We're going to destroy it. Let us in. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was gotten the bloodstain on the evidence locker with his life. There was no bloodstain on the evidence locker, though. Like, you can't prove that was there. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays. It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit, he's right, though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility here today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15. So, what do we do to make him change his mind? Doesn't look like there's anything weird. AI 16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing apparently. At least that's what Jedra said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? What the hell? Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about Edgeworth's office. Yeah, what's this? Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Oh, hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what the girl's crawling around my feet doing. He didn't even look. What letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, Wright. I feel as if something inside me has died. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't just been one. Or hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh, I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. This letter of resignation. I wonder if I could use it for anything. Whoops. Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as public prosecutor. He really wrote a resignation letter. Wow, even when resigning, Mr. Edgeworth is cool and concise. Still, it wasn't his fault. Someone has to be held responsible. That's just how it is in the grown-up world. Yeah, but that responsibility means nothing if he just quits. Well, not everyone sees it that way. To truly take responsibility, you should have to work the rest of your life for no pay. What? Well, maybe not for no pay, but geez, that's one tough grown-up world there. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious? Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth feels really responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I made up my mind. Here, take my ID card. We can't do that if someone found out. They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Sick. We're in. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoes have got her. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point of giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. What? Hey, don't do that to my card. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now, come on, let's see if we can. Let's see what we can find out. Man, I've got a bad feeling about this. That desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's? Yes. That's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Grant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. It's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be a light. He told us himself at a New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. He was wicked drunk. I see. Man had like 18 beers. I swear to God, I ain't never seen nothing like it before. One after the other, it was like he was going for the record or something. Each one almost a tall boy too, about 16 ounces. Just crazy. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk? No one except Chief Grant and the cleaning lady who's in charge, who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's the only reason for coming here, right? Why do you ask? You don't think? Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Well, I'm a normal person, Mr. Gumshoe, so I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. So what's bothering you? You don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do you think of him? I think he's a cold-blooded murderer. Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Yeah, but I can't take any fucking chances, dude. That's safe, isn't it? Safe. That was ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. I'm not sure what will happen if we enter the wrong code. I better wait until I find something more definite. 7-digit number. Didn't we see one of those somewhere? How would we try entering my birthday? This was on his desk. Sure is tidy. when when Lon and I went to that theme park. This was taken on that day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of the question room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here, then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? The Chief's organ is sure is a sight to behold. That's a rather risque sentence to just read out like that. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. It's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls him to his office and makes him listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. He plays shitty on purpose. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except the ringing in his ears. On top of the Chief Gant just playing shitty on purpose for no reason. Just to psychologically torture a man. So it's an instrument of punishment. Literally. But weren't the Chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's beside the point. Doesn't listen to himself either. This is safe. I think I know what it is too. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want me to try what? I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Yeah. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was it, pal? 7777777. The final ID card on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 77's that ID number? I think you're 1 7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID's number. Say, anyone care to take a look inside? Yeah, what is going on here? Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? I am very clearly expressing desire to commit grand larceny and robbery of a civil servant. Look, it's a shot from a broken cup. This looks familiar somehow. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here too. What's this? Looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Or this is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it's just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shot from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with the case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take it. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great, I have to prove their relevancy to get them. Are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shots had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know that fragment we just found? You mean this one that was in the safe? Yes, that one that was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can glue this piece back together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. There, it fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. Hey guys, look at a lot of this! What is it? This base you just attached. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Unstable jar updated in the court record. Now what do we do? Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Hey, look at the case name! SL9 incident? I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective, what did you just say? I said I wonder what? No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long? That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I know it. The chief must be hiding something about that case. It would appear so. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this.
Hey, I know what that is. So, you want to take some fingerprints?
It's a great idea, Detective.
Alright, go to town. Sheesh.
What are you doing? Why are you sticking your hand out like that?
Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Huh?
Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe.
Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for fingerprints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with.
Cool.
No, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, have you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Oh, seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints.
Psst. Hey, you. Over here. What's going on here?
What are those kids' prints doing? What are those kids' prints doing on my inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
Here, maybe she'll hold on to this.
Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat?
Chief Kane!
We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective.
Do you mean me, sir?
No. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat.
Me, sir?
Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore.
But, sir...
Now get out.
Yes, sir.
We'll be on our way to you. Wait. You. The one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you. But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair. You're free to go. Mr. Wright!
Look, Bow. If I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? You went in there with me, asshole. I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but I knew if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it this whole time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'd be busy for the rest of the day. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really, I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term you used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. I have to admit, I was a little more than perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, but there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. Afraid of is more like it, I think. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you into silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Damon Gant. Well, Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, you are addressing the Chief Prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners up until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry before what you did. Specifically hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name is never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other. Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant has falsified evidence in that case. A picture is drawn on the back of the evidence list in magic marker. I get a very bad feeling about this. I found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? These are pieces of evidence for the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty of murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of my Edgeworth car. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you are not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I covered that murder weapon I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. A murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another. That would be Edgeworth's knife, wasn't it? That's right. Even though he's already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my own hand. And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand. Yes. It seems I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Starr, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife. Weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edward's exhaust pipe. Right. Then I called my sister. To tell her what had happened, and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he must have had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. Ugh. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. The evidence room incident, whatever. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. To be continued. Final day.